change this country. Win the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in their image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell phone and connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave them, man, this shit is absurd. I'm past a couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
One West is who raised, son. That's where I came from. That is my A1s. I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son. You cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one. This is the matrix. Going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts, though. I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could state them. I earn my spot, and they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy. They got complacent. They wanna love all these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine. Go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days. We learned some hard ways. Always. Just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. This is coming off the rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed. Been through too much, always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does. Fuck you thought shit was. This nigga it wasn't. Know that I do this for dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on kept my faith, even on the days I wanna break. Saying how much could I take? Still kept my faith, even when these niggas act fake. Even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake. Some days that my heart had ache, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break. Some days that my heart had ache, still kept my faith.
But the go live got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal. I got my reason. Said I was gonna get it. They ain't gonna see it, they ain't gonna believe it. Can't stop, I can't now. Hold on, let me get the breakdown. Train to go like a tape now. I'm about to let my light shine. The piped up till the pipe down. These niggas selling pipe dreams. Baby girl, you sweet as ice cream, and I need you better believe. Sit back, look at my cheeks. Why you at the
All right, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, Yahweh Shamar Al-Thah, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to the sisters. All right, we're tonight, the Friday night Lashawan Qadash class. My name is Officer 50 Darash from the I.S.U.P.K, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General YAHANNA. Tonight, quick lesson we got is numbers from 1 to 10. We're going to be learning numbers from 1 to 10, all right? Before we do that, as always, we're going to go ahead and go over the Lashawan Qadash, all right? From the alap to the da. All right. One sec. All right, so let's get it. I'm trying this marker here. One sec. All right, one sec. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbat, the water for tuning in. All right, so we're just going to go over the Lashawan Qadash quick before we get into the numbers. All right, so we got the alap, all right, makes the sound. We got the bayat, makes the ba sound. The gamal makes the ga sound. All right, the dalat makes the da sound. The hada makes the ha sound. Wawa makes the wa sound. Zayan, that makes the za sound. We're going to probably write them out individually as well. All right, after this. The kama makes the ka sound. The ka with the CHAA, not the KA. The tana makes the ta sound. The yad makes the ya sound, okay? The ka, that makes the ka sound. KA, not CHAA. All right, the lamad is the la sound, the LA. Mayam, ma, makes the ma sound. Napash makes the na sound. Sawad makes the sa sound. All right. Ayan makes the I sound, not the eh. All right, as in it, but the I. All right, like the salute is Yahweh Shamar Alatha. All right, not Yahweh Shamar Il. It's Al. All right. And we got the pa, which the pa makes the PA sound. The tazayad, taza, makes the taza sound, TAZA, all right. Kawash, all right, makes the kwa sound. Ra'ash makes the ra sound. Shan makes the sha sound. And then tha, THAW, makes the THA sound, the. All right. All right. So what we're gonna do now. We're gonna focus on some Assyrian as well today. Very important for the troopers doing their officers test. Assyrian is very, very important. So let's get that in. All right. I don't know if to let this 1 second. All right. So let's do some Assyrian as well before we get into the numbers. All right. Actually, to save a little bit of time, what we'll do is we'll do them. All right. We'll do them like this first. All right. So we got a lot from the top. We're gonna go over it. I'm gonna write it up for you guys as well. Actually, might not have room. Let me just do the sound. That's more important right now. Za. Ka. All right. So here's the Assyrian. Again, for the troopers, this is important because it's, all right, the officer's test, lots of Hebrew, all right? Can't tell you exactly what's on it, but you need to know that there's a lot of Hebrew on it, a lot of Lashawan, Qadash, and Assyrian Hebrew, all right? So both is important to know. As a matter of fact, this one's harder, all right? The Assyrian is much harder to learn than in my opinion, than the Lashawan Qadash, because as we're going to explain shortly, for the Assyrian, some of the characters, all right, we have different kinds of characters depending on where the letter is placed, all right? And the Lashawan Qadash, we don't have that. I don't know if you guys can see the chart, but this chart everybody should be familiar with. This one will show you underneath there is no other characters to use depending on if it's the last letter or the first, all right? But for the Assyrian, you got 5 of them that do that, and that's important to remember. All right. So, for example, if you had the word SHALAM, all right, I'll write it up quick. So that's in Lashawan Qadash, all right. SHALAM, all right. Now in the Assyrian, now the N, because the M, the mayam, because, all right, it's at the at the very end of the word, it's not going to look like the first one, it's going to look like the second one, all right? So that's the same concept for all the 4 other characters, all right? The other 4 is ka, pa, tazayad, all right? And napash, salakia. So that same concept applies for all 5, so this character would look like this. It's kind of bad. All right. So that's why it's important to know. So let me do this. All right. So again, we're going to go over it. We got the alap, which makes the sound. Bayat makes the ba sound. Gamal makes the ga sound, Ga. All right. Dala makes the da sound. Hada makes the ha sound. Wawa makes the wa sound. Zayan makes the za sound. Kama makes the ka sound. The ka with the ch, not the k. The tana, ta, ta. All right. The yad makes the ya sound, ya. Ka All right, K-A-P is how you spell that character. Makes the ka sound. All right, lamad, the la sound. Mayam makes the ma. Now this is, I like kap. This is again one of those characters. Keep that in mind. Napash makes the na sound. Sawad makes the sa sound. Ayan, I, pa, pa. All right, tazayad is taza. The kawash is the kwa. All right, ra'ash, ra, sha, lashan makes the sha sound, and then tha makes the tha sound. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. So we're gonna do numbers from 1 to 10. We're gonna do them in Lashawan, Qadash, and in Assyria. One moment. All right, so numbers from 1 to 10. First one we got is Akkad. Akkad. All right. That's 1. All right. And Lashawan Qadash. Looks like this. All right. So Akkad. All right. 1. All right. 1 sec. I want to get a verse with that in the blue letter to show you guys. This will help you understand the Assyrian better as well. All right, we're going to get Genesis 11 and 1. All right, so I'm going to try to put this in the camera. See if you guys can see that. There we go. All right, so here we got from Genesis 11 and 1 when it says, and the whole earth was one language, all right? So now what you're looking at here is the Strong's H259, okay? Ekkad, but now that is in the Yiddish, all right? In the Yiddish, that's what they replaced the A with an E. All right, but there is no E in Lashawan Qadash. nor is there E in Assyrian because the Assyrian scrolls didn't always have, the original ones at least, didn't have the Nakud vowel pointings, all right? So let's play, I'm gonna play it too.
Strong's H259. Echad.
So it's achad, not all right? And then if you look at the root word etymology, you'll see they write it out in the Assyrian. All right, right where it says root word etymology, you can see the alap, all right, the kama, right, and then the dalat. All right, so that's how we know. All right, that's how we know. And the word means one. All right, akkad. Hold on 1 second. All right, so the next one, 2, Shanya. 1 sec. So Shanya. Shanya, all right, means 2. All right, looks like this. And Lashawan Qadash. Shanya. See if I can find another example out of the blue letter. Sec. Get Genesis 1 and 16. Genesis 1:16 says, "And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night." All right? He made the stars also. So Genesis 1 and 16 is where you can find the Hebrew word 2, if you'd like to look it up on your own. But I'm going to show you guys anyway. All right? So you just get your blue letter Bible. Everybody should download that app. Everybody in the I.S.U.P.K should have that app. All right, so let's get the word 2. All right, so here we got this word. I'm going to play it for you guys.
Strong's H8147. Shenayim.
All right, now Shanayam, that's plural. All right, it's plural because it's indicating 2 different things. He made 2 great lights. This verse obviously speaking of the sun and the moon. Shanya, speaking it in a singular term, just the word 2 on its own. In this verse, you see it's 2. Shanayam, not Shenayam, Shanayim, that's Yiddish, all right? But Shanyam. Shanyam as would be plural. But Shanya is singular. Now, if you notice, look at the root word, the etymology, if you can see my phone. And the root word, the etymology, if you can see those characters, it's the Shan, right? The Shan, the Yad, right? The Yad. Or so like not the Yad, the Napash, and then the Yad. All right, and those characters, that's the root word because the singular version would be Shanya, not Shanayim. All right, so that's how we know that's the word Shanya. All right, and that's from Genesis. Again, that's Genesis chapter 1 and verse 16. You can find that and look that up on your own. Anytime you want to learn a word in the Lashawan Qadash in the Hebrew, all you got to do is just open your Blue Letter Bible app. And you can see everything. And as long as you know the Assyrian, you can retranslate it back into the Lashawan Qadash. That's how the scholars in the I.S.U.P.K do it. All right. Officer Hazahab is one of my favorite Lashawan Qadash teachers. All right. Let's get on to the word 3. All right, the word 3. Shalash. Shalash. Shalash means 3. All right, Shalash means 3. All right. So the Shan, Lamad, Shan. Same with the Assyrian. All right. Shalash, that's 3. The number 3. Let me try to find another example. Let's get Genesis chapter 15 and 9. All right, Genesis 15 and 9 says, and he said unto him, take me a heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old. So this is where Genesis chapter 15 is where Yahweh, all right, made the covenant with Abraham. All right. So where was I? Yeah, verse 9. Show you guys that. Shalash. It's right there. All right, Shalash. Let me play it for y'all.
Strong's H 8027. Shalesh. Shalesh.
All right. Shalash, you can see at the top again. I just want you guys to see where beside the numbers H8027, you can see the characters, but now you can see it with the nakud, right? The vowel pointing. We don't use that in I.S.U.P.K because that came later on. All right, so this is Yiddish. The way they pronounce it, shalesh, that's because the Strong's is adding the vowel pointing. We don't use the vowel pointing. All right, we keep it as it is alone. It would be shalash. All right. So that's the character 3, and the number 3, Salakia. All right. Let's get 4. Arabai. Arabai. Four. All right. All right. That's Arabai. That's 4. Character 4. Let's get Genesis 2 and 10.
Strong's H702. Erba. Erba.
All right. So now, again, if you look at the top, you'll see the exact same characters I wrote up on the board. Arabai. I got the Alap, Ra'ash, Bayat, and the Ayan. All right. Now, the reason why they pronounce it, let me play that again.
Strong's H702. Erba. Erba.
Erba. All right, I got you guys to see that. All right, it's because again the vowel pointing, then the kud. All right, we don't use that. So if you were to take that out, with as you see up there on that thing, the Assyrian, we got the right. Actually, let me read it left to right. Ra. By. As you can see from the Lashawan Qadash. So you wouldn't get Arabah or Arabah because that's when they're adding their vowel pointings. All right. So 4 is Arabai. Okay. Okay, next is 5. Next is 5. Oh, wait. Oh, you can do it that way too. All right. Kamash. Kamash. Kamash is 5. All right. It's spelled like this in the Lashawan Qadash. All right, Kamash. The Kama, all right, Mayam, and then the Sham. Kamash. Let's see where I can get 5 in the scriptures. Let's go to Genesis 18 and 28. Genesis 18, 28. All right, so this verse says, Genesis 18 and 28, Peradventure there shall lack 5 of 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find therefore there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. All right. So this verse, just the sidebar, is about the Most High sparing the righteous. All right. He counts all the way down. He goes all the way down to, I believe in this verse, it's like 10, a very low number. And he's like, I will not destroy the city if there's 5, all right? Good example, actually, the perfect example is the next chapter in Genesis 19 when he destroys Sodom and Gomorrah. He had to get his righteous out of there first. And there was only Abraham, Lot, his family, but then Lot's wife turned back as well, all right? But the point was they were the righteous ones in God's eyes. Scripture doesn't really mention anymore. Everybody else in that town was wicked. All right. And he spared the town until he had his righteous delivered, saved out of that. All right. So that's a good example. Now the word 5 is in this verse. All right. I'm going to show you guys.
Strong's H2572. Chamoshim.
All right, so this is the plural. All right, so Chamoshim is how they say it. It's Kamash, as you can see, beside the Strong's number H2572. You can see the exact same characters I wrote up on the board. Only difference is they got their vowels, which changes the pronunciation of a word. And also at the end, they have the yad and the mayam, which is making it plural. We could add that as well just to show you. If we wanted to make this word plural, kamash yam, all right, 5 in the plural, it would be, you would just add kamash yam. All right, it's not that hard. We're just dealing with these numbers in the singular context. So that's 5, kamash. All right. Next one is 6, is Shasha. All right. Shasha. Shasha is 6. All right, to spell it, very, very simple. Shasha. Shasha. All right. Let's get another example here. So we got Genesis 7 and 6, where it says, and Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth. All right. So look here, we got the exact same word in the blue letter, spelled the exact same.
Strong's H8337. Shesh. Shesh. And second entry, Shisha. Shisha. And
see that?
third entry, Sheshi. Sheshi.
All right, so Shah. Two, you see the two Shans up top? They even said it Shasha. All right. Sometimes they are accurate. All right. Sometimes their vowel pointings don't really change the word, but we don't use them anyway. All right. So Shasha, not Sheshi or the other ones they used. All right. So that's 6 in the Lashawan Qadash. All right. Let's get the next one. All right, Shabbai is 7. Shabbai, all right. Break it down. All right, one moment. All right. So 7. Let's get Joshua chapter 6 and verse 8. All right, Joshua chapter 6, verse 8. It says, and it came to pass when Joshua had spoken unto the people that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horns passed on before the Lord and blew with the trumpets, and the ark of the covenant, of the Lord followed them. So in this chapter, this is about the walls of Jericho coming down. All right. and he had them blow the trumpet, all right, I believe 7 times, 7 priests, all right, and they passed the walls of Jericho, all right, to take over in the city of Canaan to take it down, all right. So let's break it down. 7. Look at this here.
Strong's H 7651. Sheva. And second entry, Shiva.
All right. Shabai. Look at the characters besides the Strongs up there. We got Shan. All right. We got Bayat and Ayan. Again, without those vowels, we would have Shabai, not Sheba or Sheva. All right. So that's the Lashawan Qadash and the Assyrian for 7. Next for 8, we got Shawamana. So like it, Shama Wana. Shema Wana. All right, spell it out. Shema Wana. I think there's a ha at the end. No. All right, 8. Shema Wana is 8. Find a good word, good verse. 8. All right, let's get Numbers chapter 3, verse 28. All right. It says, in the number of all the males from a month old and upward were 8,600, keeping the charge of the sanctuary. All right. So this is in this chapter, there's some more laws given about the priests and how they operated. All right. Numbers 3:28. Word 8. There we go.
Strong's H 8083. Shemone. Shemone. And second entry, Shemona. Shemona. And third entry, Shemonath. Shemonath.
I think there isn't an A, actually. I don't think there is a. Let me fix that. All right, Shema one. Now there's no ha at the end. My apologies. So yeah, as you can see up there again, beside the H8083, we have the Hebrew characters Shan. All right, Mayam. All right, Wawa. Oh wait, we do have Salakia. One sec. Oh, okay, Khan. No, this is 12. So Shema Wana. Play that one more time. Show you what the Yiddish, all right, well, what the vowels do to a word.
Strong's H 8083. Shemone. Shemone.
All right.
And second entry, Shemona. Shemona. And third entry, Shemonath. Shemonath.
All right. Next, we got 9. Nine is the shy. The shy. The shy. Let's get a word with the word 9 in it. First, with the word 9 in it. Let's get Genesis 5 and 5. All right, Genesis 5 and 5. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. All right. So this is the verse about Adam's age. All right. 930 years is a long time. Side note, in the kingdom, we're going to be living up to those kind of ages because, again, we're back in our own land. Lots of things are different. We're not under the curses and oppression. All right. We won't have weak bodies. We'll be living just like our ancestors did. All right. People barely make it to 100 today. Well, Adam was 930. All right. 930. So let's get that in the blue letter.
Strong's H 8672. Teshah. Teshah. And second entry, Tish'ah. Tish'ah.
All right. So it's not pronounced like that, but the H8672, as you can see beside it, you got the tha, all right, the tha, the character tha, the shan, and the ayan, all right, without the vowel pointings, that would be thashai, all right, thashai, making the word 9 in the Hebrew, all right, thashai, all right, and then the last one we got 10, Ma'aishara. So like Ishara, as used to saying the tithes, is Ishara. All right, we all know that from the tithes. Okay, it's mentioned in the security announcements. Ishara. So let's get that up. All right, Genesis 5 and 14. Oh, I gotta write it down first. 1 sec. So we got 10. Ishara. Ishara. All right, and then in the Assyrian, Ishara. All right, and then for the verse, we got Genesis 5 and 14, which says, "And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died." And Mahala, Salakia. Let me get that one out. What do I have? No, I have Genesis 5:14. 10 years. So this one is very different, and the Yiddish is very different from what it is in the Lashawan Qadash. Again, in this lesson, I want to use show you the vowel pointing so you can see just how different the vowels change a character and their sound, all right, the way it looks. Again, in the Assyrian, there wasn't that kind of stuff. So this is
Shalom page 6235. Eser. Eser. Second entry. Asara. Asara. Third entry. Asereth. Asereth.
All right. Now, it sounds very different than Ishara. But if you look again, H6235, the characters beside it, we have Ayan, all right, Shasha, and Ra'ash, which would make Ishara. And break it down right here so you guys can get it. So we have these characters. So we would have the Ayan. Ra'ash. All right, so Ayan, Shan, Ra'ash. That's exactly what was the same on the screen for the Blue Letter Bible app. If you break those down without the vowels, which again Lashawan Qadash does not have, then we have this. Ishara. Not Esher, Eser, or whatever. Eser. Ishara. All right. So that's our Lashawan Qadash. In the Lashawan Qadash are numbers from 1 to 10. All right, that's the end of this lesson for tonight. So we're going to do the security announcements and pray out. Quickly before I start that, let me get the sign out links. Let me do that V. All right. One moment. All right, so we're going to do the UPK security announcements. Pray out. All right, I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We had an I.S.U.P.K starter at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. All right. Next one we got is the Feast of Purim. Feast of Purim is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which is in Esau's calendar, Thursday, February 25th and Friday, February 26th of 2021. You can find that in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Also, we have the Lord's 52nd annual Passover, all right, hosted by Commanding General YAHANNA, the leader of the nation of Israel. All right, that'll be happening on April 24th, 2021, all right, in Houston, Texas at the BH Ranch. All right, at sundown, you don't want to miss that. All right, again, April 24th, 2021, BH Ranch, Houston, Texas, hosted by Commanding General YAHANNA. That's the Lord's 52nd annual Passover. All right, everybody can check the I.S.U.P.K website for any updates and speak with your camp leader, Officer 5000 of Bond, camp leader for Canada. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarf. With that being said, I'm going to do the Lord's Prayer and the Lashawan Qadash. Sar Wapanya Kadam, which means turn face the east. All right. It's the Lord's Prayer. Avinawa, Shabbat Shemayam, Qadash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak Wathka, Daba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayam, Nathan Lanawa, Makam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalat Nawa, Kawabwath Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawabwath Yenawa, Wala'a, Dabayanawa, Banasaywan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha Allah, Waha Thaparat, Lai Walamiam Aman. What that was in the English is our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever, so be it. All right. All right, I'm going to give a salute to the Akim and the Aquadian. All right, I'm going to visit Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, Yadeh Matah. All right, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Al Thaba Hashem Yahweh Shai.